President Trump's now at the federal courthouse in Washington, D.C. for his arraignment on charges related to trying to overturn the 2020 election. 4 counts of conspiracy. This follows the model of all 3 the past 2 arraignments that we have been through, which is an overwhelming amount of police, even more media, all of whom greatly outnumber protesters and supporters who are there. Robert Sherman's outside the courthouse. At least from what I can tell on the camera angles we have, Robert, unlike, say, what happened in Miami, there are far more people who, shall we say, are not fans of the president than there are fans of the president out there.
Yeah, it's pretty quiet out here, Leland, to be honest with you. Yes, you did have a fair number of supporters for the former president down in Miami. Here you do have a few supporters outside here as well. I got to tell you, the loudest sound that you really hear here is, for the most part, the clicking of cameras and the hearing of other media reports. A few demonstrations, but significantly outnumbered by members of the press and members of law enforcement here. And the consummate example of that is the arrival of the former president. Local law enforcement has this locked down, Leland. They had this figured out where it was a quick inside the courthouse in which it's totally blocked off from our vantage point here and most of the vantage points. Now we see one of the streets is returning to regular traffic flow. So this situation is totally under control at the moment, to the point that now that we're on the 3rd time that we've gone through this, Leland, it's pretty seamless in the way that they're moving the former president inside the courthouse and managing this whole media frenzy that's out here.
Yeah, it was pretty seamless the first time in New York, too. We sort of, in terms of the actual movements back and forth and everything else, it's been watching somebody drive down a highway. That be the person who's driving down the highway is a former president of the United States heading to surrender on various charges. This being the first time the former president, you can see there in the back of the Secret Service SUV, this is the first time the former president has been charged with something for while he was in office.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.